Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? This is Robert with Burns Travels. I'm doing a Jeep upgrade again. This is going to be the SRC rear bumper part 1 because I'm also going to be doing the tire carry in the next video. So let's see what we got. Okay, this is the SRC Smittybilt rear bumper right here, and as you can see, it's pretty heavy duty. It will look even better once it's actually on the vehicle. And here's the nuts and bolts and all the accessories. And in that box right there are his lights that actually go inside the bumper, where you see those slots right there. Now with that, I can either have them hooked to my reverse lights, so when I go into reverse they kick on, or I can actually use it as another switch and make that like a light that's when I'm going in reverse, so I have a work light or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do the reverse lights, because I'll probably add lights later for backup lights as work lights. Anyways, so let's get started. Okay, you got these two bolts here, and these two bolts here on each side, and then you got a little piece that's up in here, these little clips right here. That's what they are. You gotta get these little clips off on each side, and that will be it. So let's get started. Basically, you get them to their finger loose, and you just get them off. You do the same thing on the other side. All right, the next will be this right here. We're going to see if this actually can be done. And the one above it. Well, let's get this one out first. Now this one right up here. You don't want to use an extended socket because it would be too long, so you need a short one like this right here. You do the same thing on the other side. Two bolts, this little bracket. So let me get that done and we'll be back with you. Okay, once you get those 4 bolts over there, the 4 bolts here, and the 2 here, and the 2 here, that's a total of 12 bolts. This thing should come right off. See how easy that is? Piece of cake. The next thing we'll be doing is actually getting the hook off here, taking this out, taking this bracket out that's on the inside out, and we'll be getting ready for the next bumper. Okay, they take an 18mm socket, and they're on there pretty tight, so if you have a breaker bar, that would help you, or if you're a galoot like me, just pull them tight. Just like that. Get those done. Then you'll loosen this one up right here, and we'll get that bolt out of there, and all this assembly will actually come off. So let's do that. You gotta pull this out. And what I like to do is keep all parts together, because you never know. Yeah, I could probably sell this, or I might need it for a rainy day. Who knows? So I like to keep things together. So when I'm done, I put everything back together, because you never know. I might need it another day. That way I don't lose none of the pieces. The bumper I'm not worried about. I'm probably going to get rid of it. Anyways, but I keep this hook because it is a good hook. So, on to the next. Okay, what we have right here is the nut plate. It's like a half nut plate. This one actually goes in on the driver's side. You slide it in right there. And that's what the bumper is probably going to bolt onto. And then what we're going to do is do the other one on the other side, which is actually a full square, and that's actually for the swing arm mount. Okay, and this one is the pivot mount nut plate, And you see this little hole right here? This actually goes in the back. That's for the bolt of the swing arm to be bolted on the bracket underneath it, under here, plus the two sides. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, just got the rear Jeep on. It's not completed yet. I still got to put 4 bolts that go behind the bumper where the hitch is at to do that. And this right here is only if you're going to be having the tire carrier put on. But since I was putting the bumper on, I wanted to put that on too. Okay, and that's really a pain to do it. And this bumper is heavy enough that you actually need 2 people to help you do this. Anyways, the wife helped. She did a great job. Anyways, let's go on to the next thing and underneath that thing and putting the 4 bolts for the hitch. Okay, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes there for the hitch, and we got long bolts to go through that all the way through the frame. Then there's the frame for the bumper, and then we bolt them in that little hole right there. So anyways, maybe that's a little better. We'll be bolting them in there. So let's get that done. Sorry about that. The battery died. You just gotta feel for it. And there's always one that is never lined up correctly. Even from the factory, there's always something. So I'll get this through by screwing it through, and then just like I feel it right there, get it in there. Good thing the exhaust isn't hot. It would not be fun. What I'm doing is I'm connecting the bumper to the frame, so it ain't gonna go anywhere. This would probably be easier if I was on a jack or I had a lift, which I had access to a lift. I just didn't want to do it today. I didn't want to drive an hour to go get a lift to do this. So this is the way you do it if you don't have anything and you're just doing it at your house and you got some tools. That's doing it here. The cool thing is I'm no mechanic. I've never put a bumper on before, and this is the first one. It's not necessarily hard to do it, but before I put the bumper on, I just wanted to make sure that I had it set up right. So one last bit, tighten these up. I don't want to come loose. That will not be fun. There you go. It's all bolted in. It ain't going nowhere. Now I do have to drill a hole here and run that through, so that'll be the next thing. Okay, the bracket that actually holds this tire carrier in was actually bolted, and I had to drill a 1/2 inch hole underneath into the frame. There's a guide hole that's just what I used to have it, and I got that done. So let's see what it looks like completed. All right, here's the bumper completed. I'm not going to show the tire carrier. Now, just so everybody knows, I did not put the lights in the back yet. I've decided I'm going to put those in with the switch that will have up front when I do that, and it will have those will be my backup lights. So that's why they're not in yet. Okay, putting the bumper on the Jeep wasn't that difficult. It took about 2 hours. Like I said in the video earlier, I've never done a rear bumper before, so it took a little bit of time, but that's what they say it's going to take about anyways. Some of the problems I had no instructions came in the book, so I had to contact Smittybilt, and they actually emailed them to me, so it wasn't a problem. And it wasn't hard to do. Anybody can really do this if they just read the instructions and just follow what it says to do. You won't have a problem. So if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, that'd be awesome. And until next time.